Pardon me?
Are you refusing to speak to me?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
yeah.
for sure. Well, right now you're under investigative detention.
Okay.
So we got a call about a male with possible knife. That matches your description.
Okay.
That's coming from exactly where you were coming from.
Okay.
And that's what we're investigating. You understand, sir?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, sir. So just move your knife to the side, please. Move to the side.
I don't condone any searches or anything like this, dude.
Okay,
I'm just walking down the street. I'm going to get a workout in, and you're stopping me because I look like a suspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, and I'm not the suspect.
Listen.
Was the suspect having a coffee? Was the suspect doing
like
this or that, dude? I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. Don't tell me to relax. I'm not stressed.
Yeah. So you're just gonna hold on for a second until we confirm it's not you, and then
Well, do your thing, man. You don't even need to be in my face then. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, you're close enough for me, man. I don't... This is ridiculous.
Okay, it's cool. That's fine.
I'm just walking down the street and you sit here and you stop me. Like, do you understand why I'm aggravated?
Yeah, but do you understand why I'm stopping you?
Well, okay, so we have a mutual understanding then, do we?
Yeah, so I understand you.
Alright, everyone. This clip highlights exactly why many people feel frustrated. The footage begins with officers stopping a man who's simply walking down the street to get some exercise. There's no active crime and no completed investigation, just a vague statement that he resembles someone in a description. That's the entire basis. Within moments, they tell him he's being placed under investigative detention. Their reasoning? A report about a man possibly carrying a knife who was seen coming from the direction he had been walking. Pay attention to the wording. Asterisk possible asterisk, asterisk maybe matching star. Nothing definite. And here's the crucial detail, they weren't even at the correct address. Instead of confirming the information first, they detained him first. That's policing in reverse. The man immediately challenges the stop. He's clearly frustrated but remains composed, asking the obvious question, how does simply being present in public suddenly turn into reasonable suspicion?
Perfect, then until you're done your thing, then...
Perfect. You can hang out. That's fine. No, I just should leave your bag down there, please.
Oh, fuck, bro. Power trip or what? What, do I look like I have a knife or I'm ready to stab you, bro? You're sitting here saying, like, why do I need to put my bag? Do I look dangerous to you, dude?
Do you have a knife?
You're twice my size.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to confirm you're not the suspect.
And how are you going to confirm?
There's ways to do so. Actually,
like,
yeah.
oh man, don't.
Gray streak in the hair.
Oh, no.
Like, come on. Tattoos here, tattoos here. I'm the guy.
Male, 35, 6'1", lots of tattoos.
6'1", bro.
So
I'm 5'9", dude.
Well, you're not much. I'm about 6 feet and you're about my height, so.
No, you're not.
We got a couple. Well, you have any weapons on you, sir?
No.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I'm just gonna pat you down for any weapons.
I don't really want you to patch me down. I don't want you guys touching me.
No.
okay, so right now you're being investigated.
I told him he's under
I
investigation.
understand.
Yep, okay.
Don't grab me like I'm gonna run away, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know you, right?
Yeah. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's
I'm
fine,
getting detained here for what?
I explained it to you thoroughly.
And so why are you grabbing me like I'm gonna run away? I haven't done anything wrong, bro.
That's all. I'm making sure you don't have any weapons on you. That's all.
I haven't done anything wrong. What's your names and badge numbers,
I'll
dude?
tell you that.
It's right here on the vest, man.
Is that what you tell the judge?
Yeah, tell me your badge number.
Yeah, 256.
This is the point where the tension begins to rise. The officers instruct him to move his bag, demand compliance, and start asserting authority over the situation. He clearly refuses consent to any search and repeatedly states that he hasn't done anything wrong. Rather than providing precise details about the suspect, the officers rely on very general characteristics. A white male in his mid-30s, tattoos, walking nearby. That description could apply to a large number of people. The reported height doesn't match, and even the clothing doesn't line up. Still, they continue insisting the stop is justified. One officer says they are simply confirming that he isn't the person they're looking for, as if detaining someone first and figuring it out afterward is normal practice. The man pushes back with a straightforward point. You can't stop every tattooed man in the neighborhood and label that reasonable suspicion.
There you go. Why didn't you do that the first time?
2644.
Perfect.
I thought you were gonna read it for yourself, man. That's right.
Not
on my
everybody
vest.
can read, man. Isn't it your policy to at least identify yourself?
So listen, yeah, we did.
No, you had to convince him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're
read
confused,
it.
eh? You thought it might be a
It's
fake,
on film. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm confused? There's no
So
confusion here.
just come stand in front of the car for a second. Thank you, man. What's your name?
Is there any other way that you can confirm?
Well, so
Like,
we're
do I-
waiting.
listen.
We're waiting.
For what?
Like I said.
I'm not answering any more questions.
Okay,
dude.
so you're gonna be
have
under
to.
arrest for obstruction.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm obstructing justice by not answering questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Like I
It's
said-
my right not to answer questions.
No, you're under investigative detention.
So I don't have to
Okay.
further your investigation.
No, but if you impede my investigation,
I'm not
you're
answering
subject-
question isn't impeding investigation.
Yeah,
I have the right
no,
not to
When you
answer
refuse
questions.
to identify yourself, you are
Composure's getting a
impeding.
better description.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So what's your name?
I'll wait until you guys. I need somebody else down here, like a sergeant. or
No,
something.
Sarge,
This
just
is
right there.
ridiculous. Hey, man. I just would like. He asked me how it was going. Goodness gracious, dude. I'm going down to work out at the park on Briere and Rose. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, we'll try and get you on your way if you're not involved. But it's, hey, we don't know. I'm not all knowing, right? I got to get down to the bottom.
This is the point where the situation intensifies. The officer begins a pat-down, grabbing him and claiming it's for safety, even though the man hasn't shown any aggression, made any threats, or displayed a weapon. The man asks for their badge numbers. Initially, the officers avoid giving a direct answer, saying it's displayed on the vest. Only after continued pressure do they verbally provide their identification. That reluctance says a lot. The citizen remains calm but firm as he pushes back, explaining that choosing not to answer questions does not constitute obstruction. And that's correct, exercising the right to remain silent isn't a criminal act. Despite this, the officers still warn him about possible arrest, suggesting that refusing to identify himself could amount to obstruction of justice. This is where things enter a troubling gray area, where authority begins relying more on intimidation than on clearly defined legal grounds. The officer's tone stays confident and forceful, but confidence doesn't necessarily mean they're right.
And so I match a description based on what? A picture, based on a verbal description,
Based on a verbal
what?
description. So
Okay, and I don't match the height. The hair, is the hair the same? Like, you can't just, anybody with tattoos that's around 5'9", you can't just pull us over and search us.
No, but he said, but they also said a white guy around 35 with tattoos walking this way.
So that could have
How many
been-
other people do you see that look like you coming
Walking this way, dude, he could have taken a left or a right anywhere.
He could have.
Anywhere,
That's
exactly.
Why, that's why
So
you're not. Hey, listen.
This is, you need reasonable articulable suspicion, and this is just
that is enough suspicion, man.
Is
That's
it?
Yeah, it very much is.
Okay, well, I'd like to figure out, like, I'm not answering any more of your guys'
You
questions.
don't
I
have to
haven't
talk
done
to me
anything
at all.
wrong.
Yeah, you know it's your right not to talk to me. You don't have to talk to me, but you're not free to go. You understand that, right?
Fair enough?
Yep. You're not facing charges. I would need reasonable grounds. And again, you don't have to.
So if
respond
I'm
to
not
this
facing charges, why am I being detained for?
because you're being investigatively detained for a criminal offense, but you're not being charged yet.
Then the supervisor arrives, and rather than easing the situation, he reinforces the detention. He argues that the general verbal description alone provides reasonable suspicion. Music, a white male, roughly 35 years old, with tattoos, walking in that direction, that's the basis they rely on. The man challenges that claim. He points out that he doesn't match the reported height, hair, or any distinctive features. More importantly, the officers still haven't verified whether they're even at the correct location connected to the original call. He brings up a principle every officer is supposed to understand: reasonable, articulable suspicion. That standard isn't optional, it's a constitutional requirement. Yet the officers continue insisting he isn't free to leave, even while acknowledging that he isn't being charged with anything. That contradiction is revealing. If there's no charge and no clearly defined crime, what exactly justifies keeping him detained?
She's going up to the unit now.
Do you mind if I grab my coffee? Is that cool before it gets cold? It's just on the sidewalk over there.
Sure.
Thanks, appreciate it.
This is the point where the situation starts to look increasingly unreasonable. Music. The man remains detained on the sidewalk while the officers run checks in their patrol unit. At one point, he even asks if he can grab his coffee before it gets cold, a small but revealing moment that highlights just how composed he actually is. Meanwhile, if there truly was a suspect, that person could easily be long gone by now. The irony becomes clear as officers remain focused on someone who doesn't match several key details of the description. If a real threat existed, it could already be blocks away. The detention continues without any new developments. No additional evidence appears, no fresh facts are presented, just the same vague description repeated again and again. At that stage, it stops resembling an investigation and begins to look more like assumptions supported by authority.
The ironic thing is whoever it is getting away right now.
Alright, man. So, they gave us the wrong address. It's not you.
I told you.
Good to go.
Told you. You too, man. Hopefully you spent a lot of time getting the wrong guy. The guy's still out there. I shouldn't be worried. There's a guy with a knife and I shouldn't be worried. Like, dude, you've got an attitude problem. You're very smug. Very smug.
Okay, bud.
Yeah, you too, man. Good job. You want my name still? It's fuck off. Ho 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 ho, clever, eh? You fucking idiot.
And in the end, the reality finally surfaces. Wrong address. Not the person they were looking for. Just like that, the encounter wraps up with a quick, "You're free to go." There's no meaningful apology and no real acknowledgement that the detention was flawed. After nearly 10 minutes of unnecessary escalation, it ends with a casual dismissal. What makes it more troubling is that only moments earlier they were prepared to arrest him for refusing to provide identification without clear legal authority. That's the concerning part, the readiness to escalate before the basic facts were confirmed. This entire incident illustrates how easily a vague description can place someone in a constitutional gray area. And that's why awareness is so important. Understanding your rights changes the dynamic. When you know the law, intimidation loses much of its power. Stay composed, and always be willing to ask questions.